Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Kristin and I'm going to be guiding you through this heart-opening flow today. So we're really focusing on the Asana series here, which is a low crescent lunge or kneeling warrior. It is a more challenging practice today, so even though it's roughly about 15 minutes, you'll definitely feel it in every part of your body. I highly recommend having blocks and maybe a towel, or if you have a yoga strap available, so that we can start to get into our quad stretch later in practice. All right, let's get started.
So let's make our way into downward facing dog. We'll take our hands down and our feet down and our butts up to the sky so that you're in an upside down V shape. From here, we'll just adjust our down dog just a little bit. So on your inhale, I'd like you to lift your heels up super high, put a really generous bend in your knees, but keep your tailbone sticking straight up towards the sky. You'll press into your palms pretty firmly, and that'll slide your belly and your chest a little bit closer to the front of your thighs. So this will feel like a gentle heart opener. For some of us, a really nice stretch for our pecs and our shoulders. And then I'd like you to keep your hips this high. Just start to lengthen the back of your knees. Know here that the heels, they might not touch the ground, and that's totally cool. The warmer we get, the more open the back of our legs, our calves get, the closer the heels will melt towards the mat. So let's try that a few more times. On your inhale, lift your heels, put a generous bend in your knees, stick your booty straight up towards the sky as you press your heart back towards your thighs. Then exhale, lengthen the backside of your legs. Good, one more time like that. On your inhale, lift the heels. Big bend in your knees, sticking the tailbone straight up. And exhaling, lengthening the back of your legs, melting the heels a little bit closer towards the mat. On your inhale here, lift your right leg up to the sky. We're coming into a down dog split. And then I always like in the first downward facing dog to bend my knee, open up my hip, get out any snaps, crackles, and pops, which could look like circles. It could be like a nice bend stretch moment. It could just be moving the ankle or just wiggling the toes. Good, and then you'll re-extend your legs straight to the sky. Take an inhale. On your exhale, take your right knee, twist underneath you, and tap your left tricep. Good, let's do that 2 more times. So inhale, float the leg up. Exhale, twist underneath you to your left tricep. And 1 more time, inhale, float the leg up. Exhale, twist underneath you, pause, draw your right knee to your nose, and then step your foot forward. Very nice. If your foot doesn't quite make it in between your fingers, totally cool to wiggle those right toes forward until they actually are in between your hands. And then lower your back left knee down to the ground, point your toes behind you. On your inhale, you'll reach both of your arms up to the sky. We're coming into Asana, our kneeling warrior, or our low crescent lunge. To turn on a little bit more muscular activation in the shape, I'd like you to press down into your right heel as you bend your right knee a little bit more deeply so the knee stacks right on top of the ankle. Good. Then you can image hugging your inner thighs closer to one another. They're not actually going to touch, but even that image in your mind that activates the muscle will help you to feel a little bit more strong and a little bit more stable as we do start to move here. So keeping all of that in the lower body, navel draws back towards the spine. Bottom 2 ribs will come closer towards one another, and you'll just get a little bit taller here, so vertically taller instead of back bending taller. Think about the bottom of your ribs just floating up higher away from the top of your hips. Good. And then on your exhale, find your cactus or your goalpost arms. So you're bending your elbows at 90 degrees, almost like a lat pull down. Very nice. And then we'll take this into our back bend. We want to think about our arms as levers here that are going to help us find a deeper variation, but more supported variation of our back bend. So elbows will start to move forward and up towards the sky as your palms, the back of your hands, will start to move back towards the back side of your mat. That lever of the arm is going to tip the entire apparatus of the chest up towards the sky. Keep that back bend. Just re-extend your arms straight so biceps are by your ears on your inhale. Good. 1 more. Take a big breath in through your nose. Big breath out. Good. Inhaling here back to upright torso. And on your exhale, you'll find an open T-twist. The left hand will reach forward. The right hand will reach back behind you. You'll hug your inner thighs together. Good. Moving into a little bit of a back bend here. Bring your right hand to the small of your back. Press your hips forward and tip your left fingertips up towards the sky, coming into a modified variation of revolved peaceful warrior. So it's both a back bend and a twist. You can almost image your gaze going behind your right shoulder towards your left toes. We'll do one more big breath in here. And then on your exhale, lower your left hand down to the ground and reach your right arm up towards the sky. So for a lot of bodies, it's going to feel great to stay here. I'm offering up an option to start to engage your left hamstring, open up the left quad and the left hip flexor. Without moving your right hand at all, so not catching a hold of the foot just yet, I'd like you to bend your left knee in half and bring your left heel as close to your butt as you can. So that's all hamstring activation. Good. Yeah. Notice it's probably coming pretty close to Charlie horse territory. On your next exhale, you'll circle your right hand back behind you and gently receive the foot in your hand. Yeah, and for a lot of us, that's not going to happen today. Few ways to modify. You can take a towel or a scarf, wrap it around your left foot, and then hold on to the two ends of the towel or scarf in your hands instead of catching a hold of your foot. Wherever you are, whether you're holding onto your foot or a prop, I want you to think about the foot pressing away from your glute as you're trying to use your hand to pull your foot towards your glute. So that back and forth kind of tug of war is what's really going to get you open here in hip flexors and quads. Take one more big breath in. And then on your exhale, cartwheel both of your hands down to the ground, gently releasing the left foot and tucking the left toes on the mat. Good. Float the back left knee off of the ground and then step forward to the top of your mat, coming into forward fold. On your inhale, find a flat back halfway lift. Bring your fingertips to your shin bones, roll your shoulder heads back. And on your exhale, bow back down, forward folds. We'll put a soft bend in our knees here. Tuck our chin into our chest and slowly roll all the way up to standing. Eventually, we'll reach our arms out and up, coming into high prayer or Urdhva Hastasana. On your exhale, bow all the way back down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Fingertips will come to your shin bones. Exhale, take both of your hands down to the ground and then step back with your right foot. Step back with your left foot. You're in a high plank pose. Good. From your high plank, lower your knees down to the ground and press yourself back to child's pose. Hips will go to heels. Very nice. So a little bit different than we normally do vinyasa here. I'd like you to heavy your palms into your mat in child's pose. Look forward in between your thumbs and then start to slither your chest all the way forward in between your hands. Pressing your palms into the ground, you'll press yourself up into a straight arm cobra. Good. And then on your exhale, tuck your toes and lift your hips all the way up and back, coming into downward facing dog. Great. Let's find that on the other side. So on the inhale, float your left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee, open up your hip, and do any movement. So circling, shaking, yeah. Knees, toes, ankles, it's all cool. Good. Re-extend your legs straight to the sky. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, we'll twist. Tap your left knee to your right tricep. So you're going underneath and across your body. Good. Inhale, back up to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right. Good. One more time like that. Inhale, floating up. Exhale, twist to the right, hold there, draw your knee back to your nose, and then light step foot forward. So oftentimes, the foot doesn't quite make it in between the hands, and that's totally fine. No need to make the first step a perfect one. You can always wiggle the foot forward until the foot is really in between the palms, and then you'll lower your back right knee down to the ground. On your inhale, sweep both of your arms up to the sky. We're coming into our low crescent lunge or kneeling warrior on the left side. So same idea. We want lower body to be super strong and very stable so that we can start to find our way into some gentle back bending here. Good. So pressing into the left heel. The left knee is pretty deeply bent. Good. Knee stocking right on top of the ankle. And then here, it's quite important before we start to move into any heart opening that the core is engaged. So if we lose that engagement of the core, oftentimes we start to slam into our lower back and we leave practice feeling like, wow, my lower back hurts a lot. I want you to find a slight tone in your abdominal, so navel back towards spine, and then engage your glutes by pressing your hips forward, driving into that front left heel, and just feeling as you engage the hips more forward, you can squeeze your right glute a little bit more. From here, then, we'll exhale and find our cactus arms and our back bend. Your elbows will start to move forward and up in space as the back of your palms and your fingertips move back and down. And that's going to take your chest along for the ride, too, in a back bend. Keep your heart lifted. On your inhale, you'll re-extend your arms nice and long. So still in that back bend, just adding a little bit more of a challenge by straightening the arms. Good, and exhale to stay. Very nice. On your inhale, upright your torso. And then on your exhale, you'll T-twist your arms. Right hand will reach forward as left fingertips go towards the back of the space. Good, adding just like a hint of a back bend. It's just a little taste of one. Bring your left hand to the small of your back, or maybe you're feeling a little bit more feisty, and you can slide your left hand down the back side of your right hamstring. So the further down your leg that left hand goes, the more intense this shape is going to be in the back bending sense. Good. Nice. Take one more big breath in. Then on your exhale, right hand will come down towards the ground, left fingertips up towards the sky. So this is our moment here to start to activate our hamstring and our glute, which is pretty critical when we find our way into deeper back bends. We can't support the shape unless we have real engagement here, hamstring and glute. So on your exhale, everyone's going to bend their right knee in half and just see how close you can get your right heel towards your glute without using your hand or a prop to make that happen. Good. So this is purely hamstring contraction, just strengthening that muscle. And then on your next exhale, you can circle your left hand back behind you and lightly receive the right foot in your left hand. So there's no like grasping or grabbing. It's a gentle receive the foot in the hand. And again, anytime you're looking to find the shape in your body and it's not quite happening, feel free to lasso maybe a scarf, maybe a towel. If you do have a strap, that's wonderful, around the front side of your foot and hold on to the two ends of your prop. Good. Take one more big breath in. And then without slingshotting, gently release your right foot. You can move your prop off to the side. Two hands will come down to the yoga mat. You'll tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, and then step forward to the top of your space. Good. On your inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, bowing back down, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep the arms out and up towards the sky, coming into high prayer. And exhale, bow all the way back down again, Uttanasana, forward fold. On your inhale, flat back, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, both hands down to the ground, step back with left foot. And then right foot, you're in high plank pose. Good, lower your knees down to the ground and then shift your hips back, child's pose, hips to heels. Again, having your palms into your mat, look forward. Think lats and triceps here. Drag your chest all the way forward in between your palms and then rise up into your straight arm cobra. Take your inhale. This time on your exhale, lower your chest back down to the ground. Retuck your toes, firm up the core and the quads. Press yourself up to straight arm plank. Inhale, then exhale, downward facing dog. Really nice, guys. Let's do one more big breath in. Inhale. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Wow, so good. I know that I totally felt that practice. If you're feeling it too, that's how it's supposed to be. We feel the sensation in our body and we get used to tolerating that distress. If you guys like this video, feel free to subscribe and come back soon. I'll have more videos for you. See you later.